Hi everyone, my name is Chelsea Muhs and I teach math at Cleveland High School. And today I'm going to walk you through like a level 1 to Vinyasa flow. And so Vinyasa is one breath, one movement. And so we'll set it up slow. And this will be a short class, and then I'll post a longer version of the same setup. So don't do anything that hurts. Take a break as needed, drink some water, make sure you're comfortable. Okay, let's get started. So you're gonna come down to the ground on your mats or a towel. Knees go wide to the mat, toes touch behind you, and then your forehead comes all the way down. You're gonna breathe here. So reach your fingertips forward. Hips go towards your heels. And we're just breathing here. All right, your next inhale brings you up to tabletop position. So standing on your hands and knees. So make sure everything's squared away here. We're just gonna move through some cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly for cow. Exhale, tuck it around for cat. Press the mat away. A few more times. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lengthen the front side of the body. Exhale, lengthen the back side. And then come back to a neutral spine. That's my cat. All right, so we're gonna start with the left leg. So for now, just extend the left leg back so it's still on the floor. Okay, so feel the weight sort of shift between 4 points of contact, because it's gonna be 3 here soon. So on an inhale, lift your left heel. So extending your heel behind you so we're not pointing our toes. Extend, lengthening the whole back side. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of hip opening, so do what you can. So on an inhale, you're gonna start to bend the knee and bring the knee out to the left, towards your elbow. Inhale, send it back, and then on your exhale, you're gonna press the heel. So it's gonna take like a big inhale here. You're gonna pause for an exhale, and then inhale, extend. Exhale, press that heel. Let's go one more time. Inhale, wide. Stay for an exhale. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, press the heel. All right, go ahead, release it down. We're gonna take it to the other side. So first, just extend that right heel. Okay, so feel your weight shift. Inhale, float the foot. Okay, so feel if you're shifting, if your left hand is taking all the weight or your right hand, try to balance it. On an inhale, start to bend the knee, bring the knee towards the right elbow. Stay for an exhale. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, press the heel. 2 more times. Inhale, bend, reach. Bring it forward, stay for an exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, press the heel. 1 more time. Inhale, stay for an exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, press, press, press. And then go ahead, release. And then just go ahead and shake your feet out on the mat. Okay, so we're gonna sit back on our heels for a second. And so in yoga, sometimes it's really common to feel a wrist pain. So we're just gonna stretch out the wrist before we have a chance to feel that. So bring your hands together like you're reading a book. And then you're gonna plant your palms, fingertips towards your knees, and stretch your wrists. So you might need to sort of come out of your heels as needed. If you're really flexible, you might bend your elbows a little bit so you don't hyperextend. And this is good to do like towards the end of practice as well. All right, go ahead, release. We're gonna stretch the neck out for a second. So you can stay on your knees if that's comfortable, or you can also come down just to like a cross-legged seated position. All right, so you're gonna bring your hand either underneath your shin or underneath your thigh. You just want something to grab onto. You can also do this in a chair. Okay, so from here, it's really common for your shoulders to collapse, like we have been doing for the past 6 weeks working from home. So make sure that your chest is lifted, your spine is long, and then your opposite hand, so my left hand comes to the top of my head, and I'm going to gently take my head over to the left side. And you're breathing. Maybe like 5 breaths total, in and out, count as 1. All right, take one more inhale. Exhale, gently release. Oof, yikes. Same thing, other side. So we have to find something to grab, either your thigh, your shin, or the bottom of a chair. You can do this on a chair. And then make sure check in with your spine. So your chest is lifted. You might think about your belly button drawing back towards your spine. Opposite hand comes up. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to drop your head over. So I'm not like really pulling down on my head. I'm just sort of bringing a little bit of passive weight here. Breathe into it. Maybe like 2 more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, gently release. Oof. All right, so we're gonna move through our sun salutation A. We're gonna flow it 3 times total. We're gonna do 1 slow. So go ahead, come to downward facing dog. Hands are about mat or shoulder width. Feet are hip width, and your hips go high. So if you need to bend your knees to create a longer spine, please do so. Then you might just bend the knees here. So this is a good place to go to if you're feeling like you want to skip a posture. You can end up here. All right, go ahead, look to the top of the mat. That's where we're headed. And then walk your feet there. Great, feet are still hips width. You're going to bring opposite pinky to opposite elbow. You're just going to hang heavy for ragdoll. You might sway side to side. And then go ahead, release your hands down, toe heel the feet to touch. Slight bend in your knees, slowly unroll to standing. So take your time getting there. And then hands come to heart center. Samasthiti. So standing at attention, close your eyes for a second if you're comfortable. Pressing the thumbs into your chest back into your thumbs. All right, go ahead, blink your eyes open if they're closed. Your inhale, take your arms up high, mountain pose. And then stay for a couple breaths. And try to find the balance between reaching really intensely and like softening your shoulders down. Take one more inhale. Exhale, fold. So slight bend in the knees, bring it down. Head hangs heavy, 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 heavy. All right, keep the knees bent if you need. Inhale's a halfway lift. So this is how we're gonna reset our spine. Shoulders draw together behind you. So long spine. Take an inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. You're gonna step back to a high plank position. We're gonna be here a couple times. And then we're gonna lower all the way down to our belly for this first one. So this is a modification you can take. Cobra. So you're gonna press the toes into the mat. A little to no weight in the hands. On an inhale, you're gonna lift to the chest. And then exhale, lower. Another option, so when we're in high plank, you can drop down to your knees. So I'm still active here. On an inhale, I'm gonna lengthen. Exhale, I'm gonna lower halfway down. And then I would inhale. Instead of cobra, I would go to upward facing dog. And then down dog. Your last option, so you have 3 options. Well, you have a lot of options. But you're gonna stay in high plank. Inhale, lengthen, still, stay strong. Exhale, lower down halfway, elbows against the ribs. Inhale, expand, so my thighs are off the mat here. And then exhale, press it back. So no matter what, we're gonna end up in down dog. So take the version that works for you. We're gonna flow 2 more times. So take an inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, look to the top. The bottom of your exhale, you're gonna step, walk up. Inhales are halfway lift, bend the knees. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, hands down. All right, here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, so reset. Exhale, plant the hands. So either you're gonna come all the way down to your belly, or you're gonna do a modification, high to low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, just like that. Take an inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, look to the top. The bottom of your exhale, move there. Halfway lift, inhale, reset. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, hands down. All right, last time. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. This is our prep. Exhale, plant the hands. So sometimes you need like an extra breath. So take an inhale here, and then exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice. Okay, so breathe here. We're going to change things up just a little bit. So we're going to inhale, send our right leg high. On the exhale, you're going to think about bringing your knee towards your elbow. Yeah. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. So your right foot comes towards your right thumb. The back foot is going to come flat onto the mat, a little bit wider than it was. Inhale, come up, warrior one. So our hips are square to like the front of your mat or your space. So we're not gonna like open this way. We're gonna stay kind of closed off. Whew. Okay, arms up. So can you get low, but then still lift up? So all about balance here. My back leg is active. My front leg is active too. So you might even lift your front toes off the earth, spread them wide, and then put them back down. All right, take an inhale here. On the exhale, we're gonna step to the top of the mat. Hands at heart center, toes together, kind of. Okay, so I'll have like a moment of pause here. Okay, hands come to your hips. We're gonna lift the left leg off the ground. So you might find some movement here, shake your ankle up, but then we're gonna sort of pause at a 90-degree angle. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit balancing here. So arms go up, inhale. Trust your exhale. We're gonna sort of pendulum swing ourselves. Fingertips come down while I'm stepping back to low lunge. Yeah. Feet stay the same, so find your length. You're a little bit longer than you were before. And then inhale, you're gonna come back up, high lunge. We're not gonna be here for long. Breathing. So same thing, can you reach up and stay grounded? Inhale, lift. Exhale, maybe a little bit lower. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands come to the earth. You're gonna move through your high to low plank, your chaturanga. Halfway down. Inhale up, so this is our expansion. Exhale, press it back. It's our contraction. All right, other side. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, knee to your elbow or somewhere in that vicinity. Inhale, left leg high. Building a little bit of strength. Exhale, step it through. So same thing, I'm gonna step it a little bit wider, and then my back foot plants a little bit also wider, more wider. Okay, so set it up, make it feel good. My back leg is active, so is my front leg. Arms up. Sometimes it's nice too, if you have range, to bring your hands together and bring the thumbs towards the nape of your neck. Just whatever works. Take another inhale. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Middle of the mat. So take a moment here. Okay, hands come to your hips. Right knee lifts this time. Right, so you do the same thing. You might make some circles. Find your 90 degrees. My standing leg is active, so I'm pressing down. All right, so trust yourself here. So inhale up, arms overhead. Exhale with control, with grace. Fingertips, it helps to wiggle your fingers, I think. Come down, low lunge. If it's not as graceful, that's fine, no one's there to see. Inhale, come up, high lunge. So really getting into the front side of our hip, so this time it's the right leg. I've been doing a lot more sitting, and that makes me kind of sad. Take an inhale. Exhale, get a little bit lower. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come down, high to low, push up. Or you can go straight to down dog, right? I'm not mad about it. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, we're gonna do that one movement, one breath. If you get lost, just make it up or go to down dog. All right, here we go. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Set up for warrior one. Plant the foot, inhale. On our exhale, we're gonna step to the top. Inhale, left knee lifts. Oh, I forgot to do this. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, step it back, low lunge. Take your time. Inhale, come back up for high lunge. Stay for an exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, hands down, high to low plank. So just a little flow here. You can head straight to down dog if that's what you need. Other side, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Warrior one, inhale, come up. Exhale, step to the top. Okay, inhale, arms up and your knee lifts at the same time. Trust yourself, exhale, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Stay for the exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Chaturanga. Right, so just building some strength, some heat, some tapas. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, let it go. All right, go ahead, come down to your knees. Have a seat, you might grab a quick sip of water. Try not to go over time, but it's impossible. All right, so we're gonna sort of cool down. If this were a longer class, we'd have a lot more to go. So we're gonna bring it down a couple tempos here. All right, so find a seat. Legs out in front of you. Remove some of the flesh out from underneath. And then we're gonna take a seated forward fold. So you're gonna bench your left knee, yeah. Your right ankle comes on top, yeah. And then walk your left foot a little bit closer. So this is like, always reminds me of like middle school gym class. Felt like I did this a lot. My foot is flexed, dorsal flexion, so I have a strong knee. If you have a floppy foot, you have a floppy knee, then that can cause some pain. And I'm working really hard to keep my chest open. You might sway side to side. You might try to walk that bottom foot a little bit closer. Yes. Take one more inhale. Stay for the exhale. All right, gently release, so don't slingshot your leg anywhere. It's happened before. Shake it out. All right, other side. So your left ankle, oh dear, this side's a little bit different, hey? Your left ankle comes on top of your right knee. Oofta. Foot is flexed. Chest is lifted. So it's really easy to want to sort of round your spine, and I don't at all feel the same when I do that. So this is an active stretch. Let me take a look at the bottom of your foot, see what's going on. How often do you check the bottom of your feet these days? Looks okay. Oof, you might walk that bottom foot a little closer. Breathe into that. Shouldn't hurt though. If it hurts, come out. All right, take one more inhale. Stay for that exhale. And then gently release. Oof. All right, shake it out. Okay, I've got my little list here. I'm just checking. Okay, so come back to a seat, legs out long. So same thing, remove some of the flesh out from underneath of you. We're gonna do something called staff pose. If you have a block or a weight, or like a water bottle or a cat, sometimes it's nice to add a weight. If not, don't worry about it. So you're gonna set up your lower body first. Your legs are just out in front of you. You're gonna activate your legs so much so that your heels might float off the ground. It's little, but it's significant. So my thighs are totally active, my feet are active, my toes are pointing towards my torso, towards me. Okay, so option one, your hands can stay by your sides with your chest still lifted, little bellies in, you're breathing. You can bring your arms up overhead. It's the same thing if you had a block or a weight, that'd be good. If you want to try it, you can bring your hands together and then bring your thumbs to the nape of your neck. So I like this because it helps me like stay lifted. We're just sitting. So wherever you are, we're just sitting. It's just a casual seat. No big deal. You're breathing. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. So all the way in, all the way out. That's 1. Don't get it twisted. Inhale. On your exhale, release. Isn't that crazy? What if we just sat like that all the time? We'd be so strong. Okay, so we're gonna come down to our back. So make sure you're comfortable. If you like need socks or a sweatshirt, I don't know. We're gonna take a simple twist and then we're gonna head to Shavasana. So you're laying down, hug your knees into your chest and just give them a little rock side to side. You might also take like one knee away from each other, get to the hips. We did a bit of this in our tabletop. Okay, arms out to either side. If it's comfortable, you can bend at the elbows like a cactus. And you're gonna take your knees over to your left side first. And then your head turns the opposite direction. So you're really rinsing your whole spine. Just soften where you can. You might check to see if you're clenching your jaw, what your brow is doing, what your breath feels like. Alright, and then gently come back through center. So I like to keep my feet grounded for that one. And then bring my knees back up. So same thing, I'm gonna just gently drop them over. Get situated. And then my head turns the opposite way. So just a little bit of surrender, and trusting that the floor, the earth, is there to hold you. Alright, as you're ready, bring your knees back to center. You might give your knees a quick hug. I would recommend closing your eyes. And then go ahead, release, legs go long, arms come down beside you, palms face up if it's comfortable. Close your eyes for your final resting position, Shavasana, corpse pose. If this is too much for your low back, you can bend your knees and let your knees come together. Feet go wide, so that's a little bit more neutral on your spine. Right, so let that practice just wash over you. So where do you feel it? Where do you feel warm? Where do you feel cold? Where do you feel energized, fatigued? And then then feel free to stay here as long as you need. I'm going to come up, though, to a seated position. So you stay. And then whenever you're ready, you would maybe turn onto one side. Gently bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. Could be on your knees, could be cross-legged, could have your feet out in front of you. You could be sitting on a blanket or a block. Bring my hands to heart center. So grateful to be able to share this with our community and our students and whoever needs it during this time. It's pretty crazy. So I bring my thumbs up to third eye center. So it's home of intuition, everything you already know to be true. And I bow to each and every one of you. Namaste. So stay as long as you need. I hope that was helpful. If you have questions, let me know. And I hope that was it. It's 26 minutes. Sorry. Yeah, thank you so much.